me, I fucking
For you, pretty lady man.
Look at my body.
Cat, natter, coke, meth, cat, natter. To address anything you hear, you know, out of the horse's ass is probably not true.
So you guys heard her right there. Anything she says is probably not true. She said anything here out of the horse's ass. So she's a horse's ass. Whatever she says, probably not true. All right.
Right? It's not safe for me to go live right now. I get stopped, I get followed around, and it's just not cool. So, you know, I'm trying to safeguard my privacy.
So she thinks people are following her around, and that's farther from the truth. I am going to insert a video here that somebody took from their own apartment building while Chantal was across the street walking to go to the store. Nobody's following you around, Chantal. Stop lying. I'm going to insert that video right here that she's referring to. And the other reason that she's afraid to show her location is because of the whole Marty situation. And clearly she is staying either with her Aunt Phyllis or her mom, and they want nothing to do with the YouTube parts. And I think the only way she can stay with them is if she does not go on live stream at their houses, which is why she is been filming in the car, and last night she went on live in her car. It's because her family don't want any of her nonsense.
Yeah, when I'm settled into my own apartment or house, I'm not sure what I'm going to be renting, I will film, like in the kitchen, my bedroom, stuff like that. I just won't show the outside of my location or anything like that. I'll be very careful. I'm being very careful this trip. There are literally like psychotic people who are on my tail, and yeah, it's just, I'm trying to be more responsible for my own security and just my own privacy more than anything, you know. So, yeah, this is...
Okay, that word salad, the translation is she has to wait to get paid from YouTube for her to be able to go and get herself a motel, Airbnb, or she's also waiting for that pay period to come in. So once again, she can drag peace because she cannot get her own place in her own name by herself. So she's gonna need peace, but she has to wait for it to get paid, and then she's gonna drag peace through her nonsense all over again. And peace, of course, ultimately.
This car, like I said, it's paid off, and I don't have to worry about car payment. So that's awesome for that. I haven't had to, I mean, this is the first time I haven't had a car payment. Like, we have the SUV in Kuwait, and despite what a lot of people think, that's Salah's car. He pays his own, he's paid his own bills before me. He will continue to pay his own bills without me, okay? You know, people say, I'm broke. Well, then how can I afford to pay for 2 households and 2 vehicle payments, and all these debts I'm paying back?
Okay, right there, I don't know if you guys caught that. She said her car is paid off, but then she goes on and says she's paying for 2 vehicles and 2 households, and yet Salah is supposed to be paying for his own car and paying his own bills. It's too much. So she's paying for 2 households, 2 car payments, but yet her Kia is paid off. And yet we're supposed to believe that Salah is also paying for his own bills. Like, she is lying so much, she cannot keep her life straight. So what I'm getting from here is that the car is not paid off. The car Salah is driving is not his. It belongs to a dealership. She's lying too much. So on the next clip here, she's going to go on and talking about being a Muslim, that she's not cosplaying. I'm not even going to get into that because clearly she is. I don't really care to have that conversation because I feel like I'm on a forest well. So, but there's a clip in here that I find quite interesting that I left in.
You know, but I mean, this is a hijab, okay? I wear this because I have to cover. So for those of you, even though I've said it many times, there seems to be a lot of people who don't know, I have to cover everything except for my hands, sometimes my feet. You know, when I pray, I cover my feet and my face. So I have to,
And another part of that clip that really bothered me was that this bitch had the balls, the football balls. She get on here on August internet and tell people that she prays. Like, ma'am, if you're gonna lie to us good. Don't lie about shit that we know for a fact that it's not real. Like, if you're gonna lie to us good. Don't be lying to us about some dumbest shit that we know for a fact you're not doing. Stop it. Okay, so the rest of that video, she's talking about Salad Boy and the cat. I think Julia was let back out in the street, to be honest. Like, to be quite honest, I don't think Salad kept the cat. So she goes on to talk about the waiting period to see a doctor, and it's like, ma'am, you should be on the phone trying to get a hold of somebody, something. You should be, you know, making your phone calls and trying to help yourself. She's acting like everything's supposed to be handed to her, which is like, I find it the most infuriating.
In my car in the middle of nowhere. So, as you know, I've come to Canada in hopes of starting a weight loss surgery process. I would like to start by getting more information. But I want to share, like, I'm not going to say which clinic, weight loss or bariatric clinic I go with.
Okay, right there, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you guys she's fucking lying. She doesn't have a bariatric clinic. She doesn't have a doctor. Like, she talks so much out of her ass. It's fascinating. It's like, ma'am, you haven't seen a doctor yet. You don't have a referral yet. What bariatric clinic are you talking about? Like, this is all information that she Googled, and it's just like on here regurgitating it to the masses. It's like, you don't have a doctor. What in hell are you talking about?
Who don't know, weight loss surgery, I think gastric sleeve and Roux-en-Y gastric bypass are covered by universal healthcare here. I'm in Ontario, Canada. Now, the downfall with our healthcare system, you know, it is universal, and I mean, the surgery is covered by that. So, I mean, the only thing is that there's a wait time. You know, right now, some hospital ERs have like a 20-hour. I think that's like unprecedented. Like, it's never.
But Chantal, remember you were telling us when you were in Kuwait how Kuwaiti healthcare system was? Remember telling us that? Why didn't you just get all of this done in Kuwait? Since the healthcare system is so fantastic, since there was no wait period, there wouldn't have been any wait periods for you. Why didn't you just get all of this stuff done in Kuwait? Please let us know. Like, I mean, I already have my own answer, but I would like to hear from you. Why didn't you get all of this stuff done in Kuwait? Because Kuwaiti healthcare system was so fantastic.
Been that high. But the weight loss surgery, I think it's could be about a good year and a half, maybe 2 years. It just depends, because each step you have some testing you have to do. And
Chantal, for you, it's probably going to take more than 20 years for you to be able to get that surgery. That's if you didn't lose a limb, if you don't lose a limb first. First of all, in order to even qualify for that surgery, you have to prove that you can lose the weight and maintain the weight off on your own. You're not just going to walk into the clinic and get operated on and then have them send you on your own merry way and say good luck to you. That's not how it works. Okay? You are not going to be able to qualify for the weight loss surgery. Like, just stop yourself with your head. Just cut it out.
I made derogatory comments before about the surgery. So some things that people are saying I said, I need proof of that, because I don't remember I remember maybe having an opinion about it and saying, you know, I don't remember saying people are weak if they can't do it. Because to have self-worth. Actually, you know what? I'm going to talk about this. Weight loss surgery is fucking bullshit. If you get weight loss surgery, you fucking hate yourself. It's bullshit. Weight loss surgery is not natural. It's fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. You're going to cut your stomach so you can stop eating? You need to eat, bitch. You need to eat carbs. I'm fucking tired of fucking weight loss surgery. It's a fucking abomination of humanity, actually. It fucking kills people. It causes people to have nutritional deficiencies. It's not natural. You need to fucking just eat natural for a fucking month and you will feel better, all right? That's what I did. I'm a fucking food addict. I ate natural for a month and you know what? I'm feeling better. And I'm letting it all out when I'm drunk. This is my true feelings. I feel like I'm weak. I don't feel like I'm strong. You know, I don't feel like I can do it on my own. And at the time, maybe I thought that I don't know. If I said that was very arrogant. But I think it was a projection on my part because I felt like if I had to resort to weight loss surgery, that I was weak. And you know what? I think that in some areas people are weak and some people are strong in different areas of their life. Now, I don't think that's a bad thing. Everybody has weaknesses and strengths, right? So my weakness too, my weakness is that I cannot control myself around food. I have not been able to successfully so far. I think we should use that language. I have not been able to, instead of I can't. I have not been able to so far control my addiction to food and my binge eating disorder. And I just think that, you know, people feel bad on themselves about that if they don't have willpower. I think that it has nothing to do with willpower in a way. Like, it's a disease. It's a psychological, it's so hard, you know? It's so hard. People don't understand maybe until they've had it. And if you've been able to beat it, sure, but you must know how hard it is for people. You know, it's not just down to just stop eating, because I mean, people have obviously tried that many times. It's really almost impossible to fight those impulses that come along. So it's not just a hunger pang. It's, you know, it's so much deeper than that. So if I spoke in any derogatory way towards it, to those people who've had it, I didn't mean it in anything personal. I think it was to do with me, that I felt weak, that I, you know, if I ever had to get weight loss surgery, you know, I feel like defeated because I have to resort to that. But the thing is I still feel that way a little bit. I still feel that way a bit. About myself, not about other people who have it done, about me for some reason, you know? And I don't know if that makes sense, probably not, but I'm trying to explain it. I wish I didn't have to have it, you know? I don't even know if I do have to, but at this point, I just want to try to use it as a tool to help me. And also along that with the mental health help, you know, this week coming, I have a lot of dealing with my mental health. That will be the next step. I itemized what I need to do here, and it's so much. I look at my list and I think, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to do all of this to take care of myself, you know, and be an adult and take care of all of these things alone. I'm not alone. I have my husband, even though he's not here, we still are in contact literally all day until bedtime. And then he's a big support a lot. And then I have my family and some friends, and, you know, so, but I still wonder dealing with, you know, and I mean, they're really helpful.
You are full of shit. You don't want to do anything that is worth you trying or attempting. You are lazy. You just want everything hand and foot over to you. You are not going to lose the weight to get weight loss surgery. You are not going to do anything about your diabetes until you lose the limb. That's pretty much how this is going to go. You are just full of shit. That's why nobody believes anything you say. Okay? Your mouth is always writing checks that your ass cannot catch. Like, just stop.
Theories that are not true at all, that just like, because it's annoying for me, because then you have people come into my channel, did you really get kicked out of Kuwait? I know that all of you wish the absolute worst for me. That's why you try to find something in everything I do that points to the fact that I'm doing bad, because I don't share things as openly anymore. Okay.
No, ma'am. We are only reporting and commenting what we see as facts for our own eyes. You squandered all of your money to El Sabi and his mathematics. You promised this salad boy money because you told him that you made 20K a month, and you tried to squander in Kuwait to get away from your financial issues. And unfortunately for you, your health got you kicked out of Kuwait. And I believe that. I'm going to die on that hill. I do believe that you got kicked out of Kuwait. And period.
If I suffered through everything that people accuse me of, like with all the theories being true, I would be the most unluckiest person in the universe. So,
but yes, bitch, you are. Like, in the words of Nene Leaks from Housewife of Atlanta, bitch, where is your scooter? Because at this point, you should be on a scooter.
I am not kicked out of Kuwait because of my health. There are so many diabetic people in Kuwait. You can be an expat with health issues in Kuwait. You may have to pay for some things. Expat healthcare is you pay a certain amount a year, and then you get access to public healthcare for very, very cheap or almost free, depending what you need. Also, you can pay for private healthcare. Actually, private healthcare is a lot more popular than public in Kuwait. And most of the time, except for, no. Yeah, I think once only I needed public healthcare and I had to have nebulizer treatment, and it was pretty cheap. It was like $10 for the visit and everything. But, what did I say that so like, but the other times I've needed healthcare in Kuwait, we've paid for it privately. So how can it be a burden on a system that I pay for privately most of the time?
Well, you see, Chantal, here lies your problem. They can tell by your size and your health issues that you will become a burden on the healthcare system. You do not make as much money as you did when you were in Kuwait. They recognize that you were going to be a burden on their system. And second, you are not an expat. You were not an expat. You were squatting in Kuwait, okay? That's not a reason why they kicked you out. You were going to become a liability to them.
And that we pay for in advance for the year. You know? I've never been told that I require private health care. If I did need it, I would buy a private health care insurance. And
wait a minute, a second ago you said you and Stella Boy paid for your health care a year in advance. So now you're saying you would have bought a private insurance? Chantal, stop lying. Ma'am, you even cannot keep up with your own lies. Stop fucking lying.
The fact that people think I'm way too unhealthy to get insurance, probably for a lot of companies, yeah, but there are companies who, you know, are very competitive and they offer no medical check required kind of health insurance, and there's a lot of expat health insurance. I actually might or might not have one. You don't know. The thing is that these people just speculate and they're wrong, but they make it sound like it's a sure thing. Like they're right, like 100% they know, as if they have a GoPro and they're following my life around in my house, etc. The fact that people don't know anything and it's making them go crazy with theories and conspiracy that interfere with my life a bit, because people take these words.
Wait, how does that interfere with your life if you're not lying? If what people are saying is a lie, how is this affecting your real life? So we were being telling the truth the entire time. We were bang on the money about your situation. Got it. Thanks.
As truth, and then they think I'm the liar, you know? And it's like, it's my life. I'm living it. I think I should know. You don't know anything about Kuwait other than what you Google and read a few articles on. And it's not so black and white, by the way, those policies, okay? We don't have any debts to Kuwait. So if you have a debt to Kuwait, yeah, they might not extend your residence if you have debts to owe.
Again, Chantal, you were never a Kuwaiti citizen. You were never a Kuwaiti resident. You were never a Kuwaiti expat. Why would you have access to the same things that those people have when you were just there on a tourist visa? So now you're straight up talking out of your ass and your mouth at the same time.
But we've never have, and we never will, hopefully, inshallah. Debt is not really that easy to acquire in Kuwait, actually. It's not like here, you know? So I see a lot of, I've been kicked out of Kuwait. I got myself kicked out of Kuwait. No, I mean, the only thing that happened, and there's no tea here, all right, or the tea is cold as ice, but I left on my own accord, all right? I decided one day I need to go visit my family. I'm going to try for the weight loss surgery because I'm so impulsive. I was really inspired by some videos I was watching and talking to some people who've had the surgery, and even though I just don't fully agree with it, and I don't mean that to offense to anybody who's had it, it's just my opinion. I'm entitled to it without offending people. I mean, okay, I can't determine if you're offended. If you are, I'm sorry, that's not my intention. 100%, I'm being sincere with that. If it worked for you, that's awesome, and that's what I hope. But there's also a dark side to it. It's not a perfect thing. You know, it's very dangerous. I have a lot of problems that I'm afraid of surgery. I know people who've gained the weight back, you know, or died from complications, or lose all their hair, have vitamin deficiencies, things like that. So but I know I can't stay this way because it's even worse, you know, for health reasons. But that's why I came here, and I'm hitting brick walls. I'm being told I need to have a doctor follow me through this process, and it's like a long wait. I don't want to not see my husband for 4 years, and I don't want to travel a lot because it's hard on me. So to go back and forth to visit each other, I don't know about that. So I'm not sure still what I'm going to do. But my health issues are not going to prevent me from going back to Kuwait. The only thing, if you look on the Kuwait work visa website, on the Kuwait government website, you will see that when they ask for a medical, it's to check for contagious diseases like HIV, things like that. Okay.
Which, just to remind you, I'm not hepatitis B positive. I am positive for the antigens, which means that I've had the vaccine in school. I've had
live from the pit of hell. Live from the pit of hell.